I think he scores if he doesn't trip over Jared Mitchell, his old guy. Watch him go north-south, and he squirts through, and he trips over Mitchell's foot. Because once he gets ahead of steam, there's not even a track guy around here that can catch him. There's only one guy we know of, and he ain't here.
As a high school senior, he was timed in 4.28 in the 40. Here's Flynn. Under pressure, throws it away. Brandon LaFell pulled up short, covered by Trevard Lindley, and Dominic Lewis was the defender. Now let's throw a little bit more on Trendon Holiday. Here's Tracy.
Well, guys, he wasn't even supposed to be at an LSU camp, but the guy they were looking at decided he didn't want to go alone, so they decided to take Holiday along. And as you mentioned, Vern, he did run a 4.28, and he was wearing high tops, and everyone was looking at him. They checked their stopwatches. He ran it again, 4.27.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Trey. Second down here. Hand off to Hester. Brought down at the 41.
Story to me of this football game is the challenge that was presented to the Kentucky's front seven. Their front four and linebackers were challenged and said, if you can't match up man-to-man and play physical football against LSU, you're going to get embarrassed again. And so far, they have been the more aggressive unit in this football game. The Kentucky front four is outplaying the LSU front four, which is supposed to be the best in the country.
And so LSU finds itself peering at a 3rd and 7. Flynn delivers it up high, caught at the 50. That should be enough for a first down. Catch made by Jared Mitchell, number 87.
Well, let's take a peek at Matt Flynn here. Word is he was moving better. Doesn't look like he's got that big brace on his toes. Nice catch by Mitchell as he get hit just as he catches the ball there. Yeah, I think he looks like the Flynn we saw early against Mississippi State and maybe a couple years ago against Miami.
Matt Flynn with one start prior to this year. That was in the Peach Bowl, a win against Miami. 5th-year senior from Tyler, Texas. Undefeated as a starter. Play fake. Nailed. Back at the 44. Ventrell Jenkins, number 95, 3rd sack of the season.
It has to work together. You get a good pass rush because you get good coverage downfield. Now this front four, Matt Flynn looks out, play action pass, doesn't have it. Lindley just blankets Brandon LaFell. He doesn't let go of the ball, and there's a sack.
Ryan Perilou comes on to replace Finn.
Lindley, number 32, is following LaFell all over the field. He's at the top of the screen up there right now. That's the matchup Kentucky likes.
Deep handoff. Charles Scott, watch out. Stiff arm. Foot race. Almost caught from behind and forced out of bounds just outside the end zone.
This is what LSU has going for them. Last week it was Hester. Now they've got all these guys, Scott and Williams and Holiday, who were begging for the ball last week. They're not looking forward. They're looking for a chance to prove that they can play again. And here's another touchdown type guy. Scott has 4 touchdowns already, shows why he's a touchdown maker also.
55-yard gain, brought down just inside the 1 on the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of 1 with Kentucky leading the top-ranked team in the country 7-zip. We'll return to Commonwealth Stadium after this message and a word from your local station. Just another average weekend in Lexington. They're racing at Keeneland. Billy Gillespie, the new coach in basketball, had 23,000 out for Big Blue Madness last night, and Kentucky takes on the top-ranked team in the country And that top-ranked team, as we open the second quarter, has a 1st and goal with Charles Scott, the tailback. He gets the handoff and gets rewarded for the touchdown after he had completed the 55-yard run.
Let's again point out why LSU has a chance to run the table. Not only are they extremely gifted, but they're extremely deep. 4 different tailbacks, 2 quarterbacks, 4 wide receivers, and they're not even playing their best one in this game, Doucette. That's why they're tough to beat.
Colt David is 5 extra points away from tying the all-time record at LSU. He's perfect for this year. And he ties it up. Charles Scott, a sophomore, 55-yard run to set up the equalizing touchdown. Then he plunges 1 yard to get it. Welcome back to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington this spectacular Saturday afternoon. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson, and LSU notches the score. The big run, 55 yards, Charles Scott.
He gets rewarded by covering a kickoff after the touchdown.
That's right. Okay, you ran 55, now run 55 again.
And make a tackle.
Keenan Burton has it. Right side. Got some room. He's out across the 30 to the 32. Well, welcome back to this matchup between the 17th seeded Kentucky team and top-ranked LSU. I was all set to talk about the domination of Kentucky in that, and then bingo, here comes LSU.
Well, they got, when you play them, you know that any one play by a lot of guys can change it. But Kentucky has got the job done. Let's be honest. They've been physical, and they've been balanced, and they've matched up and got through a quarter here. And as longer the game goes, Kentucky says we can play with these guys, and the pressure will be on LSU, not on us.
1st down and 10 for Andre Woodson and the Kentucky Wildcats. 3 men wide. Handoff, Dixon comes left. Oh, good pursuit defensively. And they force the tackle back at the 29-yard line. Woodson, deep right side. Little comeback route. And a struggle by Steve Johnson after the 43-yard line. And it's time now for the trivia question of the week. The question: Kentucky has defeated a #1 ranked team twice in history. Of the 4 coaches involved in those games, 3 were inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. Which 3? Answers coming up.
Steve Johnson came off the field after that play. Looked like he might have got the wind knocked out of him or something.
Kentucky's 5 of 7 on 3rd downs so far in the game. 3rd and 1 here. Woodson, right side. Nice. Keenan Burton, 1st down.
A quick passing game. When we talked to Joker Phillips, he said we must be excellent in our quick game. This is it right here. 3-step drops, press coverage, almost another drop. I think Keenan Burton wants this game. He's been through so much with this team. The bad days, it means so much to this guy. He came back. As you look at Joker Phillips right there, he almost dropped that one.
Has had a couple already. Here's Woodson, handoff, Tony Dixon, right side, nice. That's Allie Highsmith, number 7. Up high.
Excuse me, Vern. That's what Kentucky could do. That's what Florida could do. That Kentucky's going to have a problem is, can you run right at these guys all game? Florida had Tebow, and that was a mismatch almost every time he lined up. Kentucky must find ways to run the ball, and it's hard to run east-west against this defense.
2nd down and 11. Another change. Luke Sanders comes up on the line defensively. Andre Woodson with the change. Sanders, number 35. Playing contain on the right side, and Kirsten Pittman is there to make the tackle. Pittman with one of the big plays last Saturday night he had the interception that set up the go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, that was the ball that bounced off, I think, Curtis Ingram's helmet that time. But you're seeing it right now. You stuff the play inside. Dorsey stuffs it. Favorite stuffs it. And those linebackers and defensive ends, Pittman and Jackson, make the tackles.
And so it's 3rd and 10 officially.
The spread is a much better formation for Kentucky than that 2-back offense.
3rd down passing. Woodson is 4 of 6. Pittman changes and then rushes from the middle. Woodson down the middle. Contact from behind. That's going to be called on Jonathan Zenon. And just to make sure, we've got 3 Hankies on the turf.
They might pick this up, though, because the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Now, I don't know if the officials saw it, but I saw this ball tipped, and they will pick that flag up because the timing changes.
No.
Let's watch. They might not have seen it. See, I see Les Miles knows the ball was tipped. It is not reviewable, by the way. Definitely ball tipped.
Yes. Kirsten Pittman, number 49, tipped it.
Pass interference. Number 19 on the defense. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Now, you know how we beat ourselves up, or players beat themselves up after mistakes. This officials crew, when they see that one, will beat themselves up because they don't want to make a call that gives a team a first down right there when the defense has done their job.
Well, I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Who should have seen it?
No.
It's
under further review.
Oh, they are going to review it. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe it is a reviewable play. Perhaps a tip pass is reviewable. Yes, just heard from the guys in the truck. Craig Silver, our producer, said, Gary, even though you sounded good, you were wrong. It is a reviewable play. But we did see most of it, didn't we? I think this one will be reversed.
I do too. And so Steve Landis, retired referee, is the review official today. I saw him before we came up to the booth, and I said, may you have a quiet afternoon.
Well, he's happy with this one. This is an easy one. Now, let's try to get in it. Penalties are not reversible, but tip balls is not a penalty. So they're reviewing not the penalty, they're reviewing the tip ball.
Now, that sounded good.
Well,
it sounded authoritative.
Give me 2 chances on everything. I'm a lot better. I'm good on those mulligan putts. You know that.
The review continues. Pass interference was called. 3 flags came out. The play under review. Steve Landis is talking with Hubert Owen.
It was 3rd and long, correct, before that play? It's a big call.
After review, the ruling on the field is reversed. Video evidence shows that number 49 tipped the ball at the line of scrimmage. It will be 4th down.
They got it right.
Yeah, everybody knew that. Rich Brooks knew it. The players on Kentucky knew it. Everybody knew that play, the ball was tipped. And now, instead of a first down at the 40-ish yard line, Kentucky's forced to punt and give the ball back to this LSU offense.
Tim Mastay is on to punt. Jared Mitchell is back at the 10-yard line. Mastay's kicked the heck out of the football today, but it's gone into the end zone. This one high and short. He's kicking into the wind and takes a little turn to the right, comes to a stop just inside the 20. 35-yard punt return. CBS Sports coverage of the Home Depot SEC will continue after this word from your local station. Back in Lexington, 7-7 ball game. Jacob Hester on the sidelines. Let's take a look at Home Depot's tools for success.
Well, we saw last week when Jacob Hester kind of put this team on his back and they rode him to a victory. What does he have? He's got it really all. First of all, he had the pedigree coming here. Evangelical Christian High School, the brains, the head. He's got football smarts and school smarts. Hands, doesn't fumble, catches the ball to the backfield. He's very valuable, was a high school receiver. And he's got the body measurables, 4'5", 40, unselfishness, intangibles. He really has everything that you could want in a leader on a football team, even smart enough to stay down and be on the extra point team afterwards.
And he will never have to pay for a meal in Louisiana for as long as he shall live. He was the hero of the victory last Saturday night. Trendon Holliday's in the backfield. Matt Flynn has it. He'll run. He tucks that one pretty quickly. Was that designed? Looked like it might have been.
I think a lot of players were confused there. Demetrius Byrd thought it was a run. Some players thought it was a pass, and that made Flynn have to go up and scramble on the play. Byrd was blocking in the secondary on that play, and here comes Perilou again.
All right. Perilou in. Charles Scott is in. Charles Scott with the big play of the game.
When will Perilou throw a pass? It's coming. I'm telling you, it is coming.
He's only thrown 5 since he got the start against Middle Tennessee State. Here's Scott, right side. Driven down at the 30, but that's good for a first down. Mentioned the big play. That was the 55-yard run by Charles Scott. And that big play was preceded by a Trendon Holliday 18-yard run as LSU came back and tied it 7-7. Now Flynn's back in.
Well, as we talked about in the open, Les Miles believes his team is better when both play. I agree with him. And, you know, once somebody has success with something like Florida did last year, everyone is going to copy it.
First down and 10. Here's Flynn back. Inside route, LaFell. And he held on to that one. It's out to the 40-yard line. How about the pressure that's been applied to Matt Flynn?
Yes, it has been. The offensive line for LSU has not been able to keep this front 4 off Flynn. He has been hit 3, 4, maybe even 5 times early in this football game. Has had a sack, and you can see now it's quick passing type plays that LSU is doing. Second and short here, another opportunity for LSU to try to steal some big points here.
Second down 1, backs in the eye. Play fake, Flynn looks for Dixon. He goes right instead, and he's got the man Tolliver wide open and is down at the 12-yard line.
Tolliver pushed off. This might come back. Terrence Tolliver is just a freshman. He manned a kind of a hitch and go on second down. I think he pushed off. Let's take a look. Hitch and go. Now watch his arms reach out. Left arm and give a shove right there on Warford. That might be called and might be coming back.
In the meantime, in the middle of the field, Richard Dixon.
Number 80 on the offense. The penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot. Replay second down.
That was a lack of patience by Tolliver. I think he could have just cut over in front of Warford and got the same effect. He pushed off. The official, the back judge, saw that clearly, and that was the proper call. Watch the hitch and go. Now he's got him. Now if he just closes in front of him, right there, he's got him. He stays, and instead he shoves off with his left hand. That's just enough, and Warford gets the call.
That wipes out a 48-yard gain, 15-yard penalty.
And it wipes out second and short.
Second and 16 now with Perilou on. And he will throw. He won't throw. That's a surprise. And it's the source of some enjoyment for the Kentucky fans.
The Kentucky defense is playing run by number 11. That's what they're selling out to. They don't believe he'll throw. LSU must bust that read by Kentucky, or they're going to stop the quarterback draw from Perilou.
3rd and 18. LaFell goes wide left. Mitchell, Tolliver, and Byrd come wide right. E.J. Adams is down here to the left side as the 5th defensive back. Kentucky brings 4. Flynn back. He's got to run. One-on-one as he goes left, and Flynn looks like the guy who started against Mississippi State.
There's going to be 15 more tacked onto it, I believe, too. And you could see the 4.6 speed right there. That is what been missing. Ashton Cobb, number 27. Now, come on, this is 3rd and almost 20 yards. You break out. Number 27, Cobb, has a beat on him. He runs right by him for the first down, and a late hit by Warford, isn't it?
Yes. Well, Matt.
Clearing out. Oh, you got it. That's a call. Paul Warford right there. There was a questionable one that last week against Tebow, and right there, Flynn gets one, 15 more yards, and what looked like a stop for this defense has turned into a scoring opportunity for LSU.
First penalty on Kentucky, a costly one, but not quite as much as yielding 22 yards on 3rd and 18. Jacob Hester, who's not had a prominent role in this game this afternoon, is back on the field. He gets the toss here, goes left, cuts back, and is down to the 34-yard line. And let's go down and check in with Tracy Wolfson. Trace?
Yeah, guys, he hasn't been in much because Jacob Hester hurt his right thigh on that first play of the game. He came to the sideline since a few times, limping, trying to stretch it out. He told the trainers basically in passing they haven't looked at it closely, so expect him to try and play through.
All right, Tracy, thank you. 5 runs, 1 pass in this drive. Hester for the day, 4 carries. Left side, Scott scampers down the left side. He had the big play earlier of 55 yards. And this one is good for a gain of 17.
Well, big Herman Johnson, 355 pounds, right here at left guard. Watch this block. Cleans up at the blitzing linebacker and springs Scott to the outside. Johnson, who's in there, was once 410 pounds. Now he's down to a svelte 355.
Ryan Perilou is back in. Each of his plays thus far has been a run. It's the option here. He'll keep it. Cuts upfield. He's inside the 10. 1st and goal. The flag is down. This could come back. Might be on LaFell. If it stands, it's 13 yards. Watch for this one to be called on number 1.
Preliminary indication is against LSU.
Illegal block in the back. Number 1 on the offense. The penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay, 1st down.
Well, let's look at the penalty first by LaFell. Pushing off a little bit. Yeah, you can't shove him in the back right on that one. But watch a good block up front by Sean Jordan, number 40. Right here. Watch him clean up and get Cobb right there. That's how you run the option. Outside, throw at the outside leg of those safety men. They'll go down.
And it becomes 1st down and 10 at the 18, a 7-7 game. Flynn back, play fake. Pressure from behind. He's got it over the middle, and it is juggled and grabbed. Demetrius Byrd.
Demetrius Byrd was fighting this. Now we got to see if he actually caught it because he tried to drop it twice. Did he catch it a 3rd time? Play action pass, wide open. Ball is properly bobbled, bobbled again. Did it come? It might have touched the ground. It's going to be reviewed. Bobbled once. Bobbled again, hits his knee, and did it touch the ground before he got it? That is off his right knee. Am I correct, Vern?
I think so.
Watch him bobble it once, bobble it twice, off his right knee, rolls over, hasn't touched the ground. Now his left knee, now his hands get it, but does it touch the ground?
Right there.
I think it does.
I do too. The triple bobble.
Yeah.
The dreaded triple bobble.
I was wrong again. I said he tried to catch it twice. He actually tried to catch it 3 times. Here's the close-up. Does it touch the ground?
Yes.
Looks like the ball touched the ground. Well, I was so sure last week on that out-of-bounds one. I'm holding my water here.
We're a little gun shy.
Yeah, exactly.
And Les Miles said, of course, we're talking about the kickoff return that
Brandon
ultimately
James,
was
right?
challenged and was overruled. And Les Miles
But he knew it all along.
challenging. He said he had no doubt.
Right.
And we still don't see where he went out of bounds.
Oh, well. This one, I think, might have touched the ground. That's the way I'm going to call it. I'm not getting paid to do this, though, so.
Steve Landis again is our replay official.
You know, his wrist might be under that. This
think?
could go either way. I'm not 100% sure.
All right, bobble, bobble, and bobble.
Right knee, left knee.
Okay, now watch the ball.
You know, a player comes right in the way, right at the last second here.
It's off his left knee, and does it hit the ground?
Hits his left knee again.
Right.
There's still space. There's still space. And I think it touches. I don't know. How tight did they cut the grass? That's how we're going to have to know.
And then a question, you know, is there enough to overturn the original call?
Right.
I mean, that's almost become a cliche.
And remember, it's a first and goal, and it was second. And I mean, we've had everything in this drive.
Yes.
We had a pass down to the 20-yard line on second and short. We had third and very long. We had a hit out of bounds on Flynn, and now we've got a review here. It's funny how the whole stands is so patiently just waiting for this. And when it first went in, review first went in, a lot of people said, well, that's not fair to the fans. They're all sitting here, they don't get to see. I think they're willing to be patient here, don't you?
Well, especially if it's reversed.
Exactly.
And
After review, the ruling on the field is reversed. Video evidence shows that the ball hit the ground and the player never controlled it. The ruling is incomplete. It'll be second down at the previous spot.
Demetrius Byrd is upset, but he has no reason to be upset. If he'd have caught it the first time or the second time, he would have not let the officials even get involved.
triple bobble and a reverse. And so for the second time in the first half, a play has been reversed. And Matt Flynn is back in at quarterback. Second down and 10. 6:37 to go, tie game. Undefeated, top-ranked LSU. Here's Flynn. Inside to Charles Scott. And he gets down to the 13-yard line. It'll bring up third down. Both of these teams excel at third down conversions no matter what the distance. And LSU in this ball game is now 2 of 4 for the season, 49%.
Well, this is where you got to look now for Richard Dirksen, their outstanding receiving tight end also on this team. He finds ways to get open. Is he even in the game? He's not. That means they're going to bring in Zinger and have him block right here.
Keith Zinger, the tight end, number 89, is tight right.
He's blocking.
Here's Flynn, play action. Pulls up, goes into the left corner for LaFell. Incomplete. Stripped away by the best corner on this Kentucky team, Trevard Lindley. Well, fourth down. Les Miles a week ago went for it 5 times and got all 5.
Right.
He'll go for the field goal here.
Maybe.
Ha! He's called 2 fake field goals this year.
Now,
Good catch.
What's happened with the fake field goals is I think you'll see Kentucky play very conservative and not really rush and kind of concede the field goal.
Colt David is on. He missed 2 the other night, 37 and 43. This is from 31.
Look how safe they're playing. A lot of guys standing up, protecting, no rush.
Flynn puts it down. The kick is up, and it is good. It was an exciting ride on that drive. We had a 48-yard pass call back. We had a 3rd and 18 converted. We had a play reversed to college football.
And something you don't see very often is a field goal from LSU.
Demetrius Byrd should have had the catch. Instead, he's in anguish.
Really important now for Kentucky. LSU has just had 2 back-to-back drives of long distance. That Kentucky defense, there's more depth than there was before, but they're starting to suck wind. The Kentucky offense, even if they don't score, must make 2 or 3 first downs and give them a blow.
Josh Jasper, now one of 2 kickoff specialists for this LSU team. He and Andrew Crutchfield have shared the duties today. And this is Jasper. Derek Locke and Keenan Burton are deep. It's Burton. There's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Burton breaks loose down the right side.
This will be interesting because LSU was offsides on the play, but the ball went out to the 35-yard line. What does Rich Brooks do?
Take it.
Yeah, I
No?
might. I might. Yeah, I think
Okay,
I would.
well,
I'd have him kick from the 25.
25?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think I would.
Rich Brooks, 66 years of age, former coach of the...
Offside on the kicking team, number 11. The penalty will be 5 yards, added to the end of the run, first down.
Ryan Perlews on the kicking team.
I think there must be another number 11, or he missaw a number.
There is. As a matter of fact, it's Kelvin Shepard, the linebacker. We got 2 11s, double numbers.
Oh, he declined it, took it at the 40-yard. Well, you can take the 5 yards and move it to the 40-yard line. That's what he did. Took it 5 yards at the end of the play.
Dickie Lyons in the slot to the left. Woodson, play fake with a lot of time. Comes left. There's contact. The ball is intercepted at the play stands. Chevis Jackson got it. There is no flag. And Andre Woodson, who threw for 325 passes without an interception last year to this, has been intercepted for the 3rd time in the last 3 games.
Well, Keenan Burton just has to start playing football in this football game. I'm sorry, he's a great player, but you can't allow the DB to beat you to the ball. You're in front of him by 3 yards, and Chevis Jackson wants it more than you do. That's it. I mean, this is a decent throw. It should be at least an incomplete pass. Burton slows down, and Jackson does not. You can't have that. You can't knock off the number 1 team playing 3/4 speed.
First turnover of the ball game. The interception by Chevis Jackson. Matt Flynn, play fake. Wants to go deep, and he does so to Tolliver. And there was contact again. No flag this time, and Tolliver probably should have had that. And time now for the answer to the trivia question. Kentucky has defeated the number 1 team twice. 4 coaches in those games, 3 into the Hall of Fame. Bud Wilkinson, Bear Bryant, and Johnny Vaught. Wow. And you know what? An equally good question. Who was the 4th coach? Did I get you?
No, you got by a lot.
Charlie Bradshaw.
Wow. I'll tell you, the worst scenario for Kentucky, I said 2 first downs. They didn't even get 2 plays before they turned it over.
Ryan Perlews in. He will throw, and he's got his tight end, Dixon. Richard Dixon to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I love Dixon. I think he's a special football player. I think he's maybe a hidden weapon. He's like a Jacob Hester, gets overlooked by a lot of teams when they're game planning for him. He's an excellent